I mean, literally. The nurse brought pulled the x-ray up, or the doctor pulled the x-ray up on the computer, and she's like, this is a ball of poop. And it was like the size of a baby's head. And so then it showed like the rest of her intestines, and it was all like just full. So they had to do some not very fun things there to kind of relieve her, because they're like, there's no way that she's passing the thing by herself.
Well, hello guys. Yeah, it's a little different for us. We're adding this video portion to our podcast, so we'll see how it goes. And yeah, thanks for being our guinea pigs again.
I think this will make it easier, a little more convenient. We'll be able to get out the podcast as often as we would like to. And
yeah. And you get to see our faces.
Oh, yeah. Lucky you guys. Here we are. 8 o'clock on Sunday night after daylight savings. Woo!
Oh man, it's been a hot minute since you and I have actually got to record. Life has been pretty busy, I think. I think the last time we recorded was like mid-September with Stephanie.
I know. And it's November now. I
know.
If October was busy, Aubrey, like, what are the holidays going to be like?
I know. We need to get together. We just need to like boom, 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 boom.
I know.
The nice thing about how we're doing this now is that like we could record over the holidays with our family and show people how crazy it is.
That's true.
I
was telling my daughters about the new platform and stuff, and how we're gonna get rid of our other podcasts, and they're like, or equipment, and they're like, don't get rid of it, we want to do a podcast. And I'm like, oh Lord.
I think I might have actually sold our equipment. I'll find out tomorrow, which by the time this is out is hopefully today, so hopefully it's sold.
Nice. That'll be good.
Yeah,
so it would be, we'll be able to have more guests and just kind of do it a little more, I don't know, spur of the moment, whatever. So
yeah, man, I'm trying to think like what's been going on in our lives. I mean, you celebrated your 1-year wedding anniversary. Logan and I celebrated our 6 years married together.
Mm-hmm.
We did a trunk or treat. I dressed as Glinda. You were Dalmatian, right?
Yes. I was.
Had some other therapists. That was a lot of fun.
That was fun. Yeah, and so I guess our new thing that we're jumping into is it's November, which is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. So if you want to talk about the
Movember
movement,
yeah. I think actually Men's Mental Health Month is like June, because I thought it was last year, but I was wrong. So it's actually in June, but Movember is like a nonprofit of people who encourage men to like shave all their facial hair and grow the mustache, but they call it the Mo, which is why they call it Movember. But this year, like Logan was like, I think I'm actually gonna do that this year. And I was like, okay, and I was like, that's cool. I mean, he's struggled with mental health for quite a while, and with my cousin who died by suicide this year, I think there's a bit more of a passion for us to do something. But this year I saw that it had an option for people who can't grow a facial hair, and it's a move for Movember. And so we get to walk 2 miles every single day for this month in raising support for men's mental health awareness and resources and all of that. So it's only the second day.
Is it the same as No Shave November? Is that like the same?
Honestly, I don't know. I was talking to someone at church this morning about that, because he's a firefighter and he shaved his face, and we're like, did you do it for Movember? He's like, well, yeah, but sometimes I get confused with like No Shave November and all the other things. He's like, but Movember seems to be fitting. It's like, yeah, okay. So I think Movember is the only like fundraiser type thing for the month of November, at least that I'm aware of. And so, yeah. But we got a decent number of people to join our group, and before it even started, we had like $350 raised,
I
which
know.
was insane, which is super cool. So we're trying to reach $1,000. We'll post our little link if anyone's interested. We've already been posting on our social media, so if you see it and you want to learn more, you can click on the links, and if you want to donate, you are more than welcome to. But yeah, all that money goes to just having resources for men to, I think it's multiple things. So like more conversations and help around mental health. And then there's also a portion of it that like goes about education resources for men for like prostate cancer and like testicular cancer and things like that. So there's like, it's all kind of encompasses all men's health. But yeah, it's kind of cool.
I like it. And then Logan inspired Travis to get
Yeah.
rid of his facial hair.
Yes.
Regardless of what he said in the text message, it was only facial hair.
Logan literally, he laughed so hard at that when you said that and you read the message. He's like, oh my God, Travis.
Yeah, he said Logan's really gonna appreciate this. I think I'm gonna make him laugh really hard. And then I was like, yeah. And then I said, I'm gonna add you to the text group. Is that okay? And he said yes. And then I was like, I also need you to know that the owner of our practice is in this text group. And he was like, say less. And like, I don't know, made that comment. I'm like, this is not what I meant. Like,
That was so funny. It was great.
Yeah. So, yes, it takes him, like, I think that it was harder on me, him getting rid of his facial hair than it was on him. So,
yeah, I'll have to find the video because when Logan shaved, so Logan has had that facial hair since probably like 5 years. So how his face is now is actually how I met him. And I literally, when he came out after he shaved, I could not stop laughing. I was laughing so hard. I was crying because I was like, I don't understand what's happening in my brain right now. Tilly was just like, oh, that's daddy. Okay.
well, that's funny. I wondered if she had some sort of a like reaction to it, but
No.
also, like, shout out to Logan. I don't think Travis would have done that for just anybody, but when I said that Logan was going to ask him to do it, he said, Logan's probably one of the more decent men I know, so I would do it for him. So
I love that. I'm glad. It was cool. I thought it was also crazy that Steph got her husband and her son to do it. Like, especially her husband after having that facial hair for 25 years. Like,
I
wow.
know, that was crazy. So very cool.
I went to go look at on Amazon to see if I could find some like mustache trophies to give to all of the men after they complete the month of it. Yeah. Create some sort of award.
Speaking of, I've not done my 2 miles today, but I will.
That's all right. I did mine. There you go. I was going to put Tilly in the stroller, but then realized Logan was gone. We only have one vehicle. And he had both the wagon and the stroller in the van. So I found the hiking backpack and I wore Tilly. I'm just hiking down the street. I like walked to our church and back, basically. It was crazy. Yeah.
What else is new? When is your dad coming?
Oh, well, technically he comes tomorrow because they're staying at our house. They're flying out on Tuesday morning, like super early in the morning, to go to my brother's, what would they call it? Like graduation of some sort. He's about to complete boot camp.
Okay.
And so they get to fly down to South Carolina to do all of that. And then my brother goes to like another 9 weeks of another training, and then like 2 or 3 more weeks of like jumping out of planes. I don't know. But yeah, so and then my parents will actually be back the following week at some point to do some work in our basement. My dad will. So it feels like a blur of life right now.
I know. And like the holidays are coming up, and I know that this is such a like it's a joyful, exciting time, but it's also just can cause such anxiety
Mm,
and depression
yeah.
and stuff. And so I feel like over the next few weeks, we'll tie in some like tips to how to like manage the holidays.
Yeah.
There's a book that I really like that I read every year around this time just to kind of help me get my priorities in check and to
Mm.
kind of just give myself some self-validation that it's okay to say no.
What book is that?
It's called Loving My Actual Christmas.
I've never heard of it.
It's a short read. It's not a very long read, but she just kind of breaks things down and talks about how she, you know, I'll find it. We'll do a podcast about it and
Yeah.
talk about it. But
I'll have to read it.
just I mean, it was Halloween and then you wake up and it's like,
I
it's
mean,
Christmas.
Christmas
Like,
music
there's
was
no
already
light.
playing.
Did you put your tree up yesterday?
I did.
Mm-hmm.
Did
I
you put
may
your
have.
tree up?
No, I have my a tree up, but it's decorated for Halloween still. But
Oh, I've seen people do that.
I don't have it up yet. I probably will within the next couple weeks, but so
Yeah. Well, the last couple of years we put it up on November 1st. Logan's always like, you know, I just want to do things that create joy, and seasonal depression is real. And if Christmas lights make me feel joyful and excited to wake up in the morning, I'm gonna put the dang tree up whenever I want to put the dang tree up. That's kind of our philosophy. But
I agree.
yeah.
I'm not judging. I think there's two types of people out there, and
Mm.
yeah.
It is what it is.
So we just haven't had like a healthy house for so long, like the last few weeks that I spent a lot of time cleaning and stuff yesterday, and once that gets done, then I'll decorate. I feel like this might be kind of boring things for people to hear us talk about our daily life. But
You know, this
it's
is real life.
Mhm.
Yep.
It is.
We don't have it all together. Oh, a funny story. When I listed like our podcast stuff, the equipment to sell it, and the guy who's like interested, he's like, "Can you like show me how to like use it? Like blah blah blah. Like also you have a podcast named Probably Bad Advice, but you're therapist. Do you actually give bad advice? Are you supposed to give good advice?" Like he was genuinely confused, and I laughed so hard at that because I was like, you know, sometimes we give probably actually really bad advice, and sometimes it's probably really good.
It just depends. It depends on our mood. If we like you. No, I'm just kidding.
I have gotten quite a few compliments on like Logan's hot take episode that we did, where he shouted out a bunch of random people. So I have had multiple people be like, "Can we bring Logan back? We need to bring them back. We need to bring them back." So we need to get our husband.
We need to do a husband hot takes.
That would be funny. We should just have them record, and we just sit back and watch.
We'll just drink wine and stare lovingly at our husbands.
Yes.
I did. Okay, so you had me send a before picture of
Mm.
Travis,
Mm-hmm.
and I like saw that picture, and I had to crop it. I cropped myself out of it or whatever. But I'm like, babe, if you ever find yourself single again, you need to use this as your profile dating picture. It is so good.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
He's like, shut up, you weirdo. Like I'm like, but it's so good. You're so hot. Like,
Oh my gosh. That's funny. How was your Halloween?
oh my goodness. It was interesting. It's a Halloween I will never forget because, well, my Emery, my youngest, she's 10 and she lives for the holidays, and she was so excited, and she kind of been complaining of a little bit of a stomach ache all afternoon, but not anything like she got ready. She put her costume on. We did the face paint. We did all the things, and she's okay. And then we get to the neighborhood that we're going to trick or treat at, and I think she makes it like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and she's like, Mom, my stomach hurts so bad. I don't know what's wrong. So we went and sat in the car for a few minutes, and she's like, it hurts. And so I brought her home, gave her some Pepto. I'm like, do you think you need to use the restroom? And she's like, no, it doesn't feel like I do. And then by then she's in like a lot of pain. So
Oh,
I'm like, if this kid does not want to trick or treat, then something like she's
is
seriously
wrong. Yeah.
hurting. So I called urgent care to make an appointment, and they're like, we think you should probably talk to like a nurse on call before we schedule something, just to make sure she doesn't need to go to the emergency room. So I waited for them to call, and she called, and she was asking questions and where's the pain and all this, and she goes, I think that maybe starting with urgent care is fine. So we went into urgent care, and they did an x-ray, and this kid was like full of shit. I mean, literally. The nurse brought pulled the x-ray up, or the doctor pulled the x-ray up on the computer, and she's like, this is a ball of poop. And it was like the size of a baby's head. It was huge. And so then it showed like the rest of her intestines, and it was all like just full. So they had to do some not very fun things there to kind of relieve her, right, and help her, because they're like, there's no way that she's passing the thing by herself. And so yeah, and then she spent 24 hours doing a clean out that they had her do, and so the child hasn't been able to eat real food until I think like 4 o'clock today was the first time she could have like food, but she is feeling much better. But the girl definitely got the trick of the trick or treat. So
Poor kid.
I know.
Oh my god. That sounds awful.
I know.
I cannot
Oh,
imagine.
I'm like, of course. And I'm sure, I mean, I don't know, I can't be the only parent. I'm pretty sure that every single one of my children at some point have been at urgent care in the emergency room because they have been blocked or backed up.
All right, so something to look forward to, I guess. Or maybe not look forward to as a mom.
I mean, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I at one time my oldest, we took her to the emergency room, and they're like, she's just really like constipated. And so they're like, take her to Taco Bell. Not kidding you.
Fair.
Um,
That's funny.
Yeah.
Talking about poop makes me think I've probably had my fair share of momming with poops because of Logan, which is not probably what most people would think. But before we were even married, Logan literally pooped his pants twice.
Oh my gosh.
Once
He's gonna
after
love that we're talking about
oh,
this.
he talks about it all the time. He'll be fine. But once it was after like our like second, maybe third date or something like that. We were hanging out. I was at his place, and he's like, "Okay, you have to like leave or something like that." Or he'd eaten so much spicy food that day. His diet then consisted of like popcorn, chicken, mac and cheese, and sriracha sauce. So not good for his intestine or any of that. But like, he's like, I literally started walking down the stairs, and he started pooping his pants. He's like, I can't get it. Like he pooped all over the place. And I'm like driving home, and I'm like, hey, are you okay? Like you haven't texted me back. It's been like an hour. And he like answers the phone. He's like, hello? And I was like, are you okay? And he goes, yeah, I'm fine. I was like, okay. I was like, what's going on? He's like, I just pooped my pants. It's fine. I'm cleaning it up. This is like our third date or something like that. So there's that one. And then, I kid you not, like 2 or 3 weeks, maybe a month later, we're walking around like a college campus, and we're praying for like college students. We'd eaten dinner there on campus. He's walking. He's like, I gotta go to the bathroom. So he jots into one of the buildings, go to the bathroom, and I get a call, and he goes, I need you to go home and get me new clothes. I pooped my pants again. He obviously tells the stories better than I do, but it's hilarious.
That's so funny. That is well, so you guys kind of broke that barrier right away.
Sure did.
We
Yep.
we haven't like we don't even say Travis and I don't even say the word poop in front of each other. It's I have to use the restroom.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna make Logan next time we all hang out together, just tell Travis, oh man, I gotta poop.
We like I remember walking by the bathroom one time and he was on the phone, talking on the phone, and I'm like, "Are you on the phone?" And he was like, I said, "Who are you talking to?" And he's like, "Heath." And I'm like, "Does he know you're sitting on the toilet?" And he was like, "Well, he does now. 'Cause I do my best work. I have great conversation, all this stuff." And I'm like, he's like mortified.
Oh my gosh.
And my friends are like, "You can't, like, you can't marry that man until he's heard you fart." And I'm like, "Yes, I can. Oh, yes, I can."
Have you still never farted in front of each other?
Like, not on, like, maybe accidentally, but never ever on purpose.
Oh my
Mm,
gosh.
mm-mm.
That's funny.
Nope.
It'd be funny to do like
I
a
think
poll of like how long did it take you and your spouse to like get comfortable with each other to where you could talk about pooping or farting.
that would be a really good one. I would be very interested. Even the other night, we were coyote hunting and like my stomach was hurting.
Hmm.
So I said, my stomach hurts a little bit. Might have to stop at home so I can use the restroom. And he was like, we're real close to the farm. I'll just call mom and see if she's awake. And so he did. And he was like, "Becky has to go to the bathroom. So we're gonna swing in and go." And I was like, "Thanks a lot," And he didn't. And he goes, "What? I didn't tell her you had to poop." And that was like the first time in my face. I was so embarrassed. My face was red, and there wasn't even anybody to be embarrassed in front of. It's just like we just don't talk about
Oh, that's hilarious. That is so funny. Oh man.
it.
Poop stories, man. Poop stories.
Now, it's a different story when I'm like with my kids or they're
Hmm.
we talk about that stuff. But
That's
yep,
fair. That's fair.
trying to keep that romance alive. Apparently.
Oh my gosh. There's so many I feel like there's so many poop stories. That we have poop stories from like our office. 99% sure there's a kid wiping poop on the stalls, which is disgusting. But that hasn't happened again, so that's good.
Yep.
Man.
There's a lot of poop stories out there.
Oh yeah. Oh,
This fun fact, we don't ever like really have a topic when we do
no.
our podcast. Rarely. Sometimes we kind of have a general idea, and I think today we were even going to talk about men's mental health, but it turned into poop. So, whatever.
That just shows you how our brains are working right now. I tell you.
Maybe this is a good indicator as to why men should take their mental health a little more seriously because they have to deal with things like us.
Fair. That's a good point. Yeah. Oh man. Well, what's like maybe one encouragement you would give as we're starting to enter into like Thanksgiving and Christmas? Like there's already Christmas music on the radios. Like it's gonna come fast.
I'm two things that come to mind would be it is okay to say no. You don't have to do it all. Um and then yeah, another thing would be like if it doesn't bring you joy, don't do it.
Mm,
I mean, I think that probably goes along with like it's okay to say no, but don't feel like, "Oh, I have to make a gingerbread house with my kids, and then we have to go Christmas caroling, and then we're gonna go look at Christmas lights, and then we have Christmas at Grandma and Grandpa's and Aunt Debbie's and Cousin Jack's, and all of this stuff." Like
yeah.
don't. It's not about that, and kids are probably not gonna remember 75% of it. I know that moms for the most part, I know there are some dads out there that do this too, but like we work really hard to make it magical.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes that is at the expense of our mental health. and, I don't know. That's tough.
Yeah. Makes sense.
What do you think?
Get your Christmas shopping done early.
Mhm.
I live by that. We got in a car accident once on Christmas Eve. Totaled our car. So since then, that was like 3 or 4 years ago. Since then, we're like, our Christmas shopping, like in-store Christmas shopping, is done by December 1st. Like, we refuse to go to the store if we don't have to. That's just for me. But
I love that, though. I think that's awesome.
and it helps our budget too, I feel like. We're not as
Mhm.
yeah. And I would say do the small things. Kind of like what you said, like do what brings you joy. Like the small little things. So if, setting your tree up November 1st brings you joy, do that. If, staying in and making bougie hot chocolate from home brings you joy, do that. Like, find like joy in the small, simple things. It doesn't always have to be big and extravagant. There's still a lot of Christmas magic in all the little things you get to do. Of like, I think being present with your family and things like that.
Yeah, I agree. And I am not saying don't make the gingerbread house. I am saying don't
No.
make the gingerbread house if the only reason why you're doing it is because you feel like you need to or you have to.
Yeah. Like you're trying to fit this mold of what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
It's
So like
perfect. Yeah.
Christmas for me, I just want my family at my house. I want to play reindeer games. Like I always watch all the TikTok and come up with the dumb,
Yeah.
funny, fun games. And I want to do that. And I could care less what the food is. Like if we order pizza, we order pizza. Like I don't care about making or preparing a big meal because it's
Mhm.
not what brings me joy. I want
Yeah.
to play the game and I want to have the fun and I want the kids at my house. That's that's that. But yeah, don't we do the crib matching Christmas pajamas and I almost wish wouldn't because it's really expensive.
Oh my gosh, I know.
So
Sometimes we got ours at Old Navy, like probably mid-October, I think, and they were on sale. So,
yeah, they'll go on sale. They should go on sale again, and we'll do like I've
yeah,
just gotten to the point where I just buy like pajama pants or shorts or whatever, and then we just get t-shirts because it's nuts.
it's expensive.
It
It's
is.
crazy.
I
Like,
would say set a budget and stick
mhm,
to your budget.
mhm. Yep. Don't feel like you have to go over.
If there are any men listening to this still after the poop conversation, because you probably shut it off, but if you didn't, make sure your wife has a present under the tree on Christmas morning. Or if you guys do stockings, make sure hers has something in it. You can thank me later.
There you go.
I
The
am
amount of people
gonna,
that don't do that is actually very shocking to me.
it's a lot
I'm like,
because they don't, but I don't think it's like
on
they're
purpose.
being
No.
thoughtless. It's just they don't think. Like
Yeah.
moms, we are so good at like creating the magic and making it happen. And it does bring us joy. And we are going to be happy seeing everybody else happy at Christmas.
Yeah.
But we're going to be extra happy if we know somebody thought of us too.
That's fair.
So,
Yeah. I agree.
just saying, it's my marriage advice.
That's a good one. Man, this is a real hodgepodge of things for this episode. I love it. It's great. I have no
That's
idea
what
what it's
happens
gonna
when
be
we go
titled.
6 weeks without talking, right? Mm.
Yeah.
Good luck
Oh my
titling
goodness.
this one.
Yeah, right?
But,
Eh, it'll all work out.
well, I'm curious to see how this all comes out. I'm excited about it, but I say next
Yeah.
time we're in the same room together, I miss your face.
I know, I miss your face. We rarely get to see each other anymore.
I know. We're gonna make it
But
happen.
we will. We have some TikToks we need to record.
We do.
So, yes.
Do you have anything to
Good deal.
add?
I don't think so. I think that's it. So, thanks for listening. Thanks for being our guinea pigs. Hopefully, this is really just a test to see if we see how it turns out. So, guess we'll find out.
Yep. Sounds good. Right.
Okay.
Bye, guys.